Hi, this is Catherine Dubberly, the Answer Lady. I've created a new stitch for loom knitters called the Wavy Lines Cable. It's surrounded by a little bit of laciness. Let's just get right into it. Here's row 1. We've already cast on, we'll assume we might have knitted ribbing as I did. But row 1 is this row on the fabric. And it is also this row. It repeats all the way up. You have row 1s every so often. The first stitch on every single row we're going to slip. After that, for row 1, using 19 pegs, we knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches. And I will go ahead and knit them over. If I was working by myself, I would be more likely to wrap a whole bunch and not knit over till I perhaps came to the purl stitches. But I think it'll be easier for you to follow like this. The next 2 stitches are purl stitches, so we'll do those. I'm going to do the stitches in several different ways as I work, so that however you're accustomed to doing it, you will soon see it done your way. The next stitch is a knit stitch, 2 purl stitches, I'm using a number 4 yarn, but it's very fluffy because it's single ply and it is not spun very tightly. The remainder of the stitches on this row are knits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we will knit them over. And row 1 is complete. Row 2. We're going to slip the first stitch, as we're going to on every single row if you're knitting a single panel as I am. Then we're going to purl the next 3. And here is a secret for you to remember. Stitches 2, 3, and 4 from each edge are worked as garter stitch throughout the project. This means that when we are wrapping, moving left to right, we will knit them every time. And going the other direction from right to left, we will purl them every time. Now 3 knit stitches. Let's knit them off. 1, 2, 3. 2 purl stitches. Now these purl stitches and the next pair that will shortly follow, these are creating the wavy lines. There they are. And you have to come back and sit on the peg. 1 knit stitch in between the 2 pairs of purls that create the wavy lines. Then the 2 more purls. Purl 1, purl 2. This time you see I'm using a purling hook. Now, remember what I told you on the other end. The last stitch will be knitted. These 3 will be purled. So even without consulting my notes, I know that these 3 must be knitted. 1, 2, 3. We'll knit them off. 1, 2, 3. Purl 3. These are the part that makes the garter stitch non-roll edge. And you could do a wider bit of garter stitch if you needed to. And the final stitch on every single row is a knit stitch. By slipping the first stitch and knitting the final stitch, we get this nice tidy looking edge. And it's the same on both sides.